the channel. So I'm in the 7710 again, I'm rowing up hay, ready for the baler. We've actually got something pretty exciting happening on the farm today. We've got the awesome guys from Sharman's coming up with not just one, but two bits of kit. They're coming up with a Case baler and a Case tractor. I'm not quite sure which model baler it is, but it'll be pulled by a Case Puma. And yeah, I've been looking forward to this. It's going to be good to see something red on the farm today. Right, here it comes. It's a Case RB465 baler. Such a smart bit of kit. Right, so we've got Mark and Will from Sharman's here. How are we doing? All right?
Very well, thank you.
Good.
Yes, looking forward to some baling today. Get some wrap in, and we're just going to put the wheels onto the pickup, and nice and simply done.
Do you want me to run around to the other side, Mark?
Yeah, that'd be ideal. That's it, that's done. This machine is also equipped with a moisture sensor as well, which when we open the back up a little bit later on, we'll show you inside, and you can see it's got moisture sensor plates.
That's clever. Yep, that's good.
We can tell you the moisture content of the crop as we're baling. And Will now is going to show us how easy or otherwise it is to load the net wrap.
Right, okay.
There's a diagram here for how to load the net wrap.
Yep.
The net wrap needs to come over the top of the spool. So we pull this lever down here. This bar comes out, slide it on.
That looks heavy, bro.
That is heavy. That's all right, I've got it. So we, having slid it on the bar, the spool bar, we put this bush in here, and then quite simply 3 washers, an R-clip. And I've already checked previously on before we went out with the baler for the first time, that this spool is in the centre of the feed through to the bale.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, because obviously you have a number of holes on here.
Another nice feature of this baler, which Will's going to demonstrate now as we thread the net wrap, it's got a positive feed through the duck bill. Will's going to demonstrate the tool you use just to poke the net wrap into the duck bill, but it is a positive feeding mechanism, so even in windy conditions, awkward, less than optimal conditions, we are still guaranteed a positive feed of the net wrap every time.
Okay, right, without further ado, I will feed it through. So first of all, we go under this bottom roller here, of this helpful diagram on the front of the baler shows. So we go under this one here, somewhere near the middle, and then we go over the top of that one.
Yep.
Quite simply, and then around that one, and then it goes down in here, which is what Case called the duck's bill. And then we grab this anodized tool here, and we just use this as a poker, really.
Just to prod it down.
Just to push all the end of that net wrap down, right down in there. And that's all there is to it.
The spirals on the feed rollers will ensure that the net wrap goes to the full width of the bale.
Yep.
Almost immediately.
And then we just click that back in position.
Our targeting is 3 wraps per bale, so roughly at the average roll, how many bales is that, Will?
I'm led to believe it's about 200 bales to a roll.
Good.
Good.
Try and make some round things, shall we?
Let's try and make some round things then.
So, my pleasure to be here at Nick's farm today, demonstrating the RB465 Case IH variable chamber round baler. We can make bales from 4 feet right up to 6 feet in diameter, and today the machine is set, as you've seen on the video, for a 4-foot diameter bale, pulled by a 175 horsepower Puma CVX today. Just going to go through some of the basic features on the baler. The first thing to note is the wide pickup. This is a cam track pickup, which means it runs nice and close to the throat of the baler for a good, even, consistent feed. We have the crop compression roller just here for those deep straw swaths behind some of the larger combines today, again to ensure an even feed. And if we look in detail at the intake, we can see the cross augers bringing the crop from this wide pickup into the centre of the throat of the baler, where the rotor for the rotor chopper helps to feed an even feed for the bale. Today we have the knives retracted. We're not chopping because this is good quality hay and we don't want to chop that, but if you're into straw or silage, then you can just engage the knives hydraulically from the cab. Other features to note: the simplicity and the height of loading the net wrap, storage for an additional roll of net wrap above, and there's actually another one on the tailgate as well. So at the start of the day we've got 3 full rolls of net wrap, enough for 600-700 bales depending on what we're putting on the bales. We have an auto lube system, and the other things to note as we look round the baler: minimal grease points, a very simple baler, simple to operate and low maintenance. As we move to the back of the baler, we see generous tyre equipment for minimum compaction in wet conditions, but we're in perfect dry conditions today. I'd like to just point out at the back, this is the first season we're running the baler with the moisture sensors, which is a nice feature, and the hay is running at approximately 16% moisture today, but it's nice to be able to keep an eye on that and know when it's time to pack up in the evening. Here is the bale ejector ramp, which also doubles up as a nice bull bar, so that when you're on a downward slope and the bale wants to rejoin you, it maintains a safe distance so that we can close the tailgate and we don't have to reverse to engage the bale.
There's a slip clutch on the pickup and there's no shear bolts. That's something that might be of interest to one or two viewers. Yeah, easy to get out lubrication points. There's banks of grease nipples. You can get around it pretty swiftly of a morning. And it's obviously got self-oiling for the for the chains with a reservoir on the front. There is a safety stamp switch over there behind the jack leg if you needed to stop the baler in an emergency.
And there's an isolator for the tail ball.
There is a hydraulic lock for the for when the tail gate's up.
Yep.
Yes.
It's fully Isobus Class 3 compatible, so when it's on a Case IH tractor you can have full automation. It will stop when the bale is at full size, it will automatically wrap, it will automatically discharge the bale, and automatically start you moving again. But using it on manual today because we've got to have something to do to keep us awake from the neck as we can. So, yeah, full Isobus Category 3 capable. We'll get this field finished and on to the next.
We will. Cheers very much for coming, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, cheers.
baler runs at 540 RPM.
Yeah.
We can preset 2 different engine RPMs, so I simply touch the preset number 1, she'll go straight to 540.
Yeah.
This is a PTO in and out gear, so that's what we're seeing gear and we're running.
Yeah.
Bit of CVT transmission. We can relax the left leg, we don't need to use the clutch at all. Simply select forward and then I select my speed on this lever.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll head towards the road. The way the baler works, it's showing us that we've got next selected, we're in auto feature. It'll give us the first beep at 120.
Yeah.
Bang on cue. These 2 lines are indicating the evenness of the bale,
Yeah.
or not. So I'm doing my best to keep those level. And then at 130, the hand comes up,
Yeah.
and that's stop. The net is now going in. Just going to back up a slight bit of an angle. As soon as the net's finished, it's now an arrow saying we can open the tailgate.
Yeah.
Personal choice, you can use the button on the joystick, or being old, I just use the CV levers that I'm used to. The kicker ramp will make sure that the bale doesn't roll back into the baler and fail the takeout, so we can close that with confidence. Reselect forwards, and away we go. Nice fit hay, so we don't have to worry too much about watching the feed and starting off.
Yeah. And you've got a moisture readout.
We do, we have a moisture meter on there and it's right down at 15% now, which is absolutely ideal.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's the first time I've run a round baler with moisture sensor on it, but it's a nice feature.
Well, this will be the first time I've ever driven a round baler, and you're going to trust me with it, so...
Oh, we'll see how it's done properly in a minute, Nick.
I don't think so.
Sicking, it's been 40 years since I first started round baling back on the farm with an old Gill round baler.
Right.
And the advances, it's just phenomenal.
I bet. You're doing a great job today, mate.
It's such a piece of cake, I'm just loving this. The one that I dropped in the ditch, I did that on purpose for the camera.
You did that on purpose, yeah. That's fine, yeah,
purpose,
that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll fish it out.
Will be a good use for the JCB with the new grab on it.
That's it, absolutely, yeah.
First time ever baling, and I've been left with this very snazzy, shiny red baler. So yeah, big thanks to Mark and Will for coming up today to show off their baler, and obviously their tractor as well, double red. I have driven a Puma before, but it was a few months ago. Okay, 120. So we're doing 130, so near enough 4 foot round bales. Obviously everything's metric now. Right. Just doing the net. Right, we can open up. And out she goes. Down the hill. I think I'm in neutral. I've got to move the bale. Does the bale come out? Right, off we go.